right, so a very sick announcement has just come through here that it looks like we now know when Game of Thrones Kingsroad officially releases. I want to make it clear that this is probably almost 99% the date, but it could be a little bit sooner or a little bit after on this date. Usually on these App Store dates, they always are, in my opinion, from what I've seen, come true when they're a relatively sooner date. Plus, this is exactly, if you want to go and fact check me, this is exactly the date I told you last month. This is exactly when I expect it to release, because knowing Netmarble's release schedule, this is when it has to drop. With that being said, let's get through things here today. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe, it helps out a ton. This is, again, Game of Thrones Kingsroad, coming soon, and this is the information we now have around the release date. First things first, pre-registration has officially gone live. We talked about that last video, and officially today, they have responded and said, okay, now it is available on the App Store for pre-registration. Again, they had issues in trying to submit it, I think, during the timeline, and they just chose to launch pre-registration, and whenever Apple got back to them, they'll then talk about it. They made it clear yesterday that we will get Apple on. We're just, right now, for some reason, it's being delayed, and, since that response and since that initial statement, they finally got it working on App Store, and now it is live over there. So, everything has gone live here. The confirmations are there. Also, something that I didn't know and I learned now, if you click the PC version over here and try to pre-register here, it gives you an additional page that talks about a few of the things that you might want to know. First thing, if you pre-register and you want to pre-register the PC version, you can actually download it through the Netmarble launcher instead of Steam. Wishlisting is separate. Install the Netmarble launcher, go to the PC registration page, complete the pre-registration. And then, what are the perks? Automatically install the game's PC version as soon as it's released. Start the game with a boost from your pre-registration rewards, which I think is every account gets that, but okay. But they also say this: automatically claim and apply reward codes. So this game will have gift codes. That's confirmed now. We know that. But it's cool to see that somehow it's automatically going to be applying it and claiming the reward codes that launch for the game or whatever, which is super cool. Okay. Very nice, seamless thing here. Some gachas are doing this where they have a new automation system that just makes it easier to redeem codes that end up dropping. They just give it to you in your account if you download it a certain way through a launcher, because they can give that to the Netmarble launcher benefits. So if you care for automatically claimed and applied gift codes, that's automatically done through the Netmarble launcher. So that's a pretty cool announcement. And again, it's a confirmation that this game will have gift codes. So again, it is following a gacha game, but in what context is it a gacha game, right? Is there a gacha? What is the pay-to-win elements? We still have to learn. Is it the RP system? What is it, right? That's still something that I want answered, or I kind of want to see, but for now, we'll wait. But back on point over here, go over here to pre-order on Apple. It does say coming soon. If I refresh, maybe it won't say coming soon. It doesn't. There we go. So it doesn't say that now. You load up the thing over here, Game of Thrones Kingsroad. First off, they put a little bit of a video over here that we can check. I think it's the same gameplay trailer. I'll verify. It is. Over here, pre-order expected on April 24th, 2025. Exactly around the date I told you yesterday, which is super cool, correct? Netmarble's other game is launching May 31st, so to not cannibalize the other game, most likely, I told you last video, this would drop in April, end of April. I'm talking April 20th, 30th. That's the range it's going to drop. And it was right in the middle, smack dab in the middle. April 24th is when it is launching here, which again, exactly also around the normal, pre-registration timeline. When a game opens pre-registration, usually it releases within 60 days. That's a normal timeline. Here, exactly, it's opened up registration today on the 14th, basically. Now, 30 days from now, a little 10 extra, boom, you're on the 24th. So 45 days, that's a usual game. That's what it's going to be going for here. So that's why, again, in the latest playtests, we saw in the demo, a lot of stuff was revised versus the initial playtest. They have been working on the game and fixing things up here, and they was already ready to go. For the most part, it was already a ready-to-go version. It's just it needed a little bit more tweaks and optimizations, and since then, pretty much 45 days, they have this timeline to finalize things and get it up and start working on future content and such. So that's kind of what they're going for, but they updated the entire App Store and everything. They put the pre-registration links and everything, put the pre-order links over here. They updated all of the text and everything. We did read through this. None of it is like insane like confirmations. It just tells you that, yeah, co-op will be at launch. That was like a talked about thing on the Reddit and such, saying like, at launch co-op won't be active. But no, co-op will be active at launch here. Other Netmarble games did not have co-op at launch, but we will have co-op content at launch. Okay, you can dive in with some friends, matchmake with however you want to, and take on some of the the beast, creatures, whatever, together with a party and have fun like that. So a nice little confirmation that we see given to us through this and that. We also have the size confirmed now. It's going to be 3.7 GB over here on iOS. Probably much more than that on top of that, so get ready for that. So far, it only lists the languages as Korean, but obviously the English language will be there. And again, it gives you all the compatibilities and everything. And then it is rated 17 plus, by the way, which a lot of games nowadays can bypass that. But I'm guessing because of the blood and everything, it has to be forced towards 17 plus. So the game will be forced towards 17 plus. If you have a restricted Apple account, you can't play the game, sadly. So that's pretty much what it has over here. Again, we read through the Android version. It's much less of a kind of updated thing here, but we kind of see now everything through Apple, the release date and everything seemingly is April 24th. Everything is chalking up to be what we thought it was. So for the most part, again, if you're asking me, did anything change from the beta? If you've played the beta, I can't really confirm if anything has changed. It seems like from what we learned here with the current sort of registration rewards and everything, it seems like they've kept most of the systems. If there was a system that pissed you off, I can't say that it changed, because I know that a lot of people didn't like the RP system. I know a lot of people didn't like a few of these gearing systems. It looks like all of those remained the same because of the screenshots and the additional information we've seen. It looks like they haven't backtracked on those. But with Netmarble and how I know them as a company, they usually, if the player base responds very negatively to something and everyone is on the same brain cell, then they choose to fix things. So I think that definitely with launch and everything, we could get a better version, and maybe there are things that are changed and improved to a degree, making it more playable and more fun. So that is something that we still have to wait and see, but as of now, I have looked through the initial information from, again, this new pre-registration page and everything, and it seems like for the most part they are maintaining what they said in the beta and what they did in the beta, and again, they're gonna maybe improve upon that. That is still yet to be found out, but I do think for the most part, from what I played in the beta, it was a great game, but I can see where people would get pissed off and, not like, but yeah, last but not least, I'll end off on this. These, again, are your pre-registration gifts altogether. You do get an uncommon horse reels ×1, a 3-eyed raven profile background ×1, character emoji pack 3, that's 3 emojis ×1, a Night's Watch battle supply ×1, and 50,000 copper. That is exactly what you're going to be getting here as your entire launch gifts. Not bad. Again, nothing like crazy, but not bad. We will see. Usually Netmarble extends the pre-registration points to be like, oh, if we crack this number milestone, we'll give you even more stuff here on top of that. So we'll see what their plan is when it comes to extending this or opening this up. But over the next 45 days, you'll see a lot of videos on the channel about this game, and probably they'll start tweeting and hyping things up here. Maybe some reveals of what's next, and future content, roadmap, dev notes, and everything. So far, they haven't launched the forum yet, which we're waiting to see. Once Netmarble launches the forum, you have an idea for exactly what the global launch entails and everything beyond that. With that being said, I'll wrap it up there. Take care, have fun. That's been it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. But yes, Game of Thrones Kingsroad, April 24th looks to be whatever we've seen in the beta. Seems to be staying as is. Those are the pre-registration rewards. Those are the new informations. Redeem codes will be available at launch and everything like that. PC version and PC launcher and Steam version are separate. Whichever one you want to download on depends on you. Take care, have fun. That's been it for me. Enjoy.